Hi guys, it's Cyndi, aka The Queen. I am here today to share the itinerary for my upcoming trip. By the time you see this, I will have already gone to Walt Disney World. Still can't believe I'm saying that. But I thought I would give you a rundown of our schedule. So we are leaving here from my home base on a Wednesday. It is my daughter, Quisha, and myself. We are going to celebrate her 39th birthday. I believe it's her 39th birthday. Okay, so we're going to be gone for 7 days. 6 days and 6 nights, 7 days. We are leaving on a Wednesday, like I said. We are leaving early in the morning on a plane. And then we have a layover in Baltimore, Maryland. And then we fly from Baltimore to Orlando, Florida. This is my first time ever flying to Florida. It's not my first time on a plane. The last time I was on a plane was before 9/11. It was a trip to Hawaii, and it was with my husband. And this is the first time I've been back to Disney in 6 years. Many of you know my last trip was a while ago, the year after we visited Walt Disney World, which was with the daughter that I'm going with now. My husband had a stroke and then quite a few more health issues after that. And so a lot has changed in our life. A lot has changed at Disney since I last went. There's so many new things at Disney that I've never seen before. So I'm really looking forward to it. I always do an itinerary when I prepare for a trip. I do a itinerary, I do a packing list, I sort out my wardrobe. There will be a packing video. It won't have my you won't see my outfits until I'm at Disney, because I'm going to do a separate video on what I wore to Disney. Mostly what I packed and what I wore and didn't wear. I am an overpacker. We are flying on Southwest. This is the first time I've ever flown on Southwest. I am grateful for that though, because I'm an overpacker. I have a backpack, a carry-on bag, and then a check bag. And then my daughter has a backpack and 2 check bags. One of the check bags we are putting party supplies, because we're going to decorate the room for her birthday, and we have snacks in it and a couple of extra things, and it's the bag that we can use to bring back souvenirs. So like I said, we're leaving on a Wednesday morning. We're supposed to arrive at Orlando around 11 a.m. We are taking Mears, which is now has combined with Sunshine, whatever, I can't remember that. I'll put it here. But those 2 companies have combined. My daughter, when she went, she took Mears going. No, she took the Sunshine, whatever the name is. I cannot remember the name. She took that when she arrived, and when she was leaving to come back home, she took Mears. So she's experienced both of them. So we're going to be taking Mears, and we are staying at the All-Star Music. We have stayed at the All-Star Music before. We are value resort people. because a pool is not really important to us, and because I like to resort hop, I don't necessarily need to have like a over the top luxurious hotel room to stay in. But since my last visit, All Star Music has been upgraded. When we stayed the last time, we stayed at All Star Sports. They had not been upgraded, redone, but they have now since started redoing those, and all of the value resorts have been redone. So there will be a resort tour and room tour of the All-Star Music Resort, and hopefully a few more resorts if I can get them in. Now, originally when we arrived, we were supposed to stay at the Drury Inn, which was near Disney Springs, which I was super excited about because it was a new hotel and I would have loved to do a review on it. But we were thinking about how we would have to then move from that resort to the All-Star Music, and it was just not worth all of the added expense of getting a Uber or Lyft from the airport and then going there and then having to transfer again the next day to the All-Star Music. My daughter, originally it was a solo trip for her birthday, although I think she has some friends that are going to be joining her. But then it worked out that I was able to go with her, and so she added an additional day to the reservation that she already had. Also, originally I was supposed to do a 4-day park hopper. They had a special that was on, I think it was like $99 a day for 4 parks, but it didn't have a hopper. I prefer a hopper because I like the flexibility of moving from one park in the morning to another park in the evening, and but I was on a budget, and so originally I was supposed to just do a 4-day park hopper. I mean a 4-day park ticket. As we started to make additional plans for this trip, we found out that because she had a special package, that she would not actually be able to add me as a guest in her room, because I didn't have the same package that she had. She has a 5-day park hopper, and she had, I think it was a $200 dining plan, more credits that she could use for dining. Oh, and also, which she didn't know at the time, she also received a 1-day ticket to one of the golf, mini golf locations on Disney property. And so when she tried to add me, they told her I would have to have a 5-day hopper as well. So with a little bit of moving around with my finances, I was able to get a 5-day hopper. So I went from having, originally I was going to do 3 days, and then to a 4-day ticket because they had a special, to having a 5-day hopper, which I am super excited about because it gives me a lot more flexibility. So we're going to arrive that Wednesday afternoon fairly early, fingers crossed, and we're hoping that we can check in, but if we can't check in, we will leave our bags at guest services, and then our plan is to hop on a bus and go to Disney Springs. On my daughter's last trip to Disney World, she didn't really get to spend a whole lot of time at Disney Springs, and so we're hoping to spend the afternoon there and look around. I have not seen Disney Springs since they did all of the upgrades. I have not seen it since the Disney store was redone, and so yeah, I'm super excited at the opportunity to do that. So that is the plan, is to go to Disney Springs. We'll probably even eat at Disney Springs. Now, depending on our time frame and the weather, I hope to go over to Port Orleans, French Quarter, by boat from Disney Springs so that I can get some Mickey bayonets. That is on my snack wish list. I also have speaking of list, I have, like I said, I always do a schedule. I always do a packing list. I always do what rides I would like to really get on, and I also do my clothes. And this year I have a list of snacks that I would like to try, because this is my first time going in the fall, and it's also my first time being there during the Halloween season. I get to see Magic Kingdom dressed up for Halloween. It's also the first time that I'm going when Food and Wine Festival is going to be taking place, and so I'm looking forward to that. I have a list of things that I would like to try while on this trip, because I will be doing mostly like snacking, because I'm on a budget. And as far as food is concerned, I am looking at maybe trying some kids meals, doing a couple of snacks here and there. We're going to take a few snacks with us, and we're going to do a Target grocery pickup or delivery to be sent to the room. And so yeah, this trip you will see how I do this on a budget. Okay, so that is on Wednesday when we arrive, so we're not going to be going to the parks. Now, when we usually go as a family, we always go to Ohana the day that we arrive, but we're not doing that on this trip. We are going to Ohana, but we're going on a different day. So, on the second day that we're going to be there, which is a Thursday, I am going to Epcot. It is my favorite park next to Magic Kingdom. I usually would go to Epcot on a Wednesday, but this time, because that's arrival day, I did not want to only go use a ticket that would only be for half a day. So I'm going to Epcot on a Thursday. I have been watching the wait times, and it seems like it's still a good day to go. So I will be going to Epcot. I believe that day my daughter is going to Magic Kingdom. There are some days where we're going to be in the same park at the same time, but then there are going to be some days where we're going to go to a different park in the morning and then maybe meet up in the afternoon. We both like to take a break doing our trip, and so in the afternoons I'll be taking a break and more than likely either going back to the room to regroup and take a shower, change clothes, rest a little bit, or I hope, depending on the weather, I hope to go resort hopping on my break times. So on this particular day, which is a Thursday, I will be going to Epcot in the morning, and then depending on what the wait times look like, I'll be hopping over to Magic Kingdom in the evenings. And so in between that, I am going to try and visit the boardwalk area. So the way I have it planned is, depending on which park I am, is going to determine where my break time is going to be. And so for this particular day, because I'm at Epcot, I can either walk to the boardwalk or take the boat to the boardwalk and go around and visit some of the resorts. That is the plan. As far as rides are concerned, I have not rode Remy's, so that's at the top of my list. As a matter of fact, that morning we plan to rope drop. We plan to rope drop to most of the parks. We're rope drop people. Not everyone is a rope drop person, and I get it. Some people like to sleep in the morning and kind of rest and relax. I am not a rest and relax type of vacationer, especially not at Disney. And so that is the plan, is to break up my days with different parks, and in between go and check out some of the resorts. So look forward to seeing a couple of videos about some of the different resorts. Definitely look forward to hearing my take on the Food and Wine Festival, since it's my first time. And then I want to ride Remy's, which I have never ridden. And I always like to go to Soarin'. And I think, I really want to spend some time in the French Pavilion next to the Mexican Pavilion. It's one of my favorite pavilions. Of course, we're gonna try the food. I have not been since they built the connections and the Coca-Cola tasting area. And so I'm looking forward to seeing all of those new buildings. I know a lot of people get excited about going to Epcot and riding Guardians of the Galaxy. I am not a roller coaster person, so yeah, I won't be on those. And my daughter isn't either, so that just won't be something we will be doing. My plan is to go to Magic Kingdom that evening and hopefully see Happily Ever After. The last time I saw it was 6 years ago, and then they changed it, so I didn't even get to see the one that they changed it to, but I liked Happily Ever After. I will admit, I'm an old school girl, and the original one before Happily Ever After, which now I can't even remember the name of it because it's been so long, that was my all-time favorite, and will always be my all-time favorite. And it will be the first time that I'm seeing the castle changed in its different colors. If you've been on my channel for a while, you guys know I am not a fan of the new color, so I will be seeing it for the first time in person, and I'll have to let you know what I think of it. Okay, so on Friday, I will be going to Magic Kingdom in the morning and hopefully Epcot in the afternoon. My goal is for my break to do the monorail resorts, because again, I'm trying to strategically do resort hopping based on which park I am going to be at that day. And because I'm going to be at Magic Kingdom in the morning, I'm excited. I get to ride the monorail for the first time in 6 years. I love riding the monorail, and so I'm also going to do the monorail resorts. My goals for Magic Kingdom that morning is to go to Pirates of the Caribbean and then see what else I can get into. Now, I know that they have Genie Plus now versus the Fast Pass. I am really hoping that because of the time of the year that we are going, that I won't have to actually get Genie Plus. I don't mind standing in a line as long as it's not like hours long. I can do 20 minutes or 30 minutes or even 40 minutes and keep myself occupied. I will say it's going to be a little weird because I'm going to be in a line by myself, and so that's going to be different, but I am embracing this part of the trip where I'm going to be able to just kind of go and do what I would like to do, and the same for my daughter, and then come together and do some things together, you know, later on in the trip. It will definitely be a first time for me to just not have to plan for the whole family, so it should be interesting. I love interacting with the characters, and so on my list for this trip is definitely to see Mickey and see Tiana if possible, and also watch the Festival of Fantasy Parade, which means I'll be in Magic Kingdom a little longer than I usually would because I want to stay around to see the parade, which I've never seen before. So that is one of my goals for this trip. On that Saturday morning, I will be going to Hollywood Studios. Now, Hollywood Studios and Animal Kingdom are my least favorite parks, and so if I actually knock out a lot of the rides in the morning on that Saturday, that will determine whether or not I go back to Hollywood Studios for a afternoon visit. My goal that morning is to see Toy Story Land because it was not finished when we were there on my last trip, and also see Galaxy's Edge. I've not seen that before, but I'm not a big Star Wars fan, so it's probably going to be like a one and done for me. But I would like to get on Smuggler's Run. My goal is to go in that morning and get on Star Wars Rise of the Resistance, because that one I'm actually excited about trying for the first time. And if I can do the Smuggler's Run, it would be just an added bonus, and also get a chance to kind of look around the land and take pictures and video and see what it's like. But I don't envision myself spending a lot of time there. Now, as far as Toy Story Land, I would like to like go around and see it. If I get on alien swirling saucers, that just looks like it's so much fun. So I'm really looking forward to trying that. And I think the day that I go to Hollywood Studios on that Saturday, my daughter and I will be in the same park at the same time, so we can get on a lot of these rides together. Definitely try to do Toy Story Mania depending on the wait times. And I have not seen Mickey's Runaway Railroad, so that is definitely at the top of the list, along with the Smuggler's Run. Because we do rope drop, I think that I can at least knock quite a few of those out of the park right away, and then, you know, just kind of walk around and enjoy the atmosphere of Hollywood Studios. But there's not like a lot of things that I would want to do in Hollywood Studios. The last time we went, we did see the Beauty and the Beast show. I don't necessarily have to see it this time. And as much as everyone loves Fantasia, it's not like my favorite thing to go see. So if I go back one evening, maybe I would go and get in line for Fantasia. I'm not really sure. And as far as eating in Hollywood Studios, I don't have like a long list of things that I'd like to try there, except for maybe the Brontosaurus wrap and maybe something from Woody's lunchbox. But if I don't, that's not a big deal either. So on that day, my plan is to go and try the Skyliner and also check out the Skyliner resorts, specifically the Riviera Resort. I think that if I could stay at a DVC or a deluxe resort, I would pick Grand Floridian or the Riviera. The aesthetics of those two hotels are my type of vibe, and so that's why I could see staying at those. So I definitely want to check out the Riviera Resort, and I know I can get on the Skyliner from Hollywood Studios and go over and check them out, maybe even grab a snack to eat and walk around. That at least is the plan. Okay, that afternoon, my goal is to go into Animal Kingdom for the first time on this trip and go in the evening. And even though they don't stay open as long as the other parks do, my goal is to maybe go in there a little earlier, after 4:30, 5 o'clock, and stay until closing. And then who knows what I might do that evening. I do have a friend that lives in Tampa, and I'm hoping maybe I can see her on this trip, but we haven't made any finalized plans yet. So my goal is to go to Animal Kingdom in the afternoon and just kind of walk around and enjoy the ambience of Animal Kingdom. Like I said, it's not my favorite hotel. It's not my favorite resort, but I do love the luxe. I just love like all of the greenery, all of the plants, and I love the Tree of Life. And so maybe I would get on a safari that afternoon, or like I said, just kind of walk around. Another day I will be going to Animal Kingdom in the morning, and then when I do that, then the goal is to go to Pandora and ride the Flight of Passage. and check out that area. Also, I have never seen, on our last trip, I didn't get to see Pandora at night, so it would be nice to see Pandora lit up at night. And then on Sunday, Animal Kingdom that morning. I already said my goal is to go over into Pandora. I already know it's going to be crazy, but because I'm not trying to do lightning lanes or do Genie Plus, I have to get in the morning. And when you first go in the morning, it's going to be the shortest those lines are going to be. Although right now, the parks have not been as full, and I've noticed that there are some times where it's not. When we went for the first time, like, people were waiting 4 hours, which to me is crazy. That is not my plan. I think the shortest I've seen it recently is maybe 60 minutes, which in comparison to what it was when it first started is amazing. I would like to go see Mickey and Minnie in their safari outfit if possible. Definitely do the safari. I haven't decided if I want to go see the Lion King show. I've seen it many times. I love the show. I've even seen the one on Broadway, but it's not a top priority for this list. Although my daughter and I have talked about, and I think we're going to Animal Kingdom at the same time on this trip too. We have talking about going on Cali River Rapids because we've never ridden it, but we know we have to prepare to get wet, and so yeah, we just have to figure out if we want to get wet on this particular trip. If it's real hot, it might be a good idea. So that is in the morning, and then at afternoon, because I'm so close to the resort, I'm going to go over to the Animal Kingdom Resort. They used to do like a cultural tour, and I'm going to check to see if that's still around, because I would really like to take that cultural tour where they kind of walk you through the resort and tell you things about the resort. If you saw my Animal Kingdom rewind video from our last trip, I did show some footage from us going to Animal Kingdom Lodge because we ate breakfast at Boma that morning. We won't be eating there on this particular trip. My daughter is picking all of the special dinners that we're doing, and we're doing 2. And as a matter of fact, on the day that we do Animal Kingdom that morning, that afternoon, I'm going to go over to Hollywood Studios for a little while if I haven't done everything that I wanted to do. And then I have to prepare for dinner at Boma's. I didn't think she was going to choose Boma as one of the places that she wanted to do for her birthday, but she decided that she did, and so it's on our list for this trip. And I'm super excited because it's been 6 years since I went, and I know that some of the menu has changed. Thankfully, they changed some of it back, so I will let you guys know. I will do a review of Ohana. Did I say Boma? We are going to Ohana at the Polynesian Resort, and so yeah, I'm super excited about that. If you don't know, it's our family's favorite resort, always has been. And we love the food there. So I know it's got like mixed reviews, and it's funny, and people always say it's a hard resort to get, it's a hard restaurant to get a reservation for. I don't think we've ever not tried for the resort reservation and not gotten it. We've always gotten it. We did have to cancel one time, but other than that, it's always been a solid for us. And so I'm super excited about going back again because it is one of my favorites. Can you tell I even have a necklace that says Ohana? So like I said, briefly going to Hollywood Studios, but mostly I'll be going back and get myself ready to go out to dinner to celebrate my daughter's birthday, and we're going to eat at Ohana. So that will be a separate video about my experience. Well, there's gonna be lots of videos, guys, lots of videos. Okay, so the last park day is on a Monday. And I'm gonna try my best not to be sad because I don't know when I'll be able to go back again. You know, when we went the last time, we thought we would go back the next year, and then everything changed with Mark's health. And then the year after that, then COVID came out. And so, yeah, I don't know when the next trip will be. So I'm gonna savor this one to the very end. On that Monday is my daughter's actual birthday, and so we're going to be at Magic Kingdom. She is a big Winnie the Pooh fan, and so she has requested that we eat at Crystal Palace. I want to say we have not eaten at Crystal Palace since like our second ever trip to Disney. And that was because the first year we went, my youngest daughter really wanted to see the princesses. And so we went to the Grand Floridian and ate at 1900 Park Fair. I don't know why they won't open that restaurant back up. Just even thinking about it being empty is so sad to me, because we've had some great memories at 1900 Park Fair. I went there with my daughter one year when she was young, and then when my goddaughter turned, I think she was 5 or 6, we all went and celebrated her birthday at Disney, and we ate there for her birthday, and it was just a wonderful occasion. But my oldest daughter loves Winnie the Pooh, always has, and so we're going to Crystal Palace so she can see all the Winnie the Pooh characters, and which means we'll also get in the park really early because we have an 8 o'clock reservation, and then we're going to spend the rest of that morning going around the park and seeing things that we didn't necessarily get to see in the other days that we went. And then I am going to, during my break, try to go over to Wilderness Lodge. I really would like to go over to Fort Wilderness. We'll have to see. It just depends on the heat and the time of day and what the weather is like. Because if it's raining, I don't know that I would do that. And I still haven't quite figured out how to. I know I can take the boat from Magic Kingdom over there, but the sections that I would like to see, I haven't quite figured out how to get to point A to point B, because I really would like to go over and see the horses. And so I know I'm going to need some direction with that. If you guys have ever been over there from Magic Kingdom and taken a boat to Fort Wilderness, please let me know how I get to the horse stable. Magic Kingdom in the morning, breakfast at Crystal Palace, hang around the park for a little while. If I don't eat too much, one of those days as I'm at Magic Kingdom, I'm definitely going to try the cheeseburger rolls, and I want a pretzel with the cheese in it, or a corn dog. Yeah, I got a couple of things on my snack list that I really would like to try on this trip. And then that evening, our last day in the park, I'm either going to go over to Epcot for one last time, or I'm gonna come back to Magic Kingdom and end our last park day at Magic Kingdom. I'm trying not to think about that because it makes me so sad. And then the next morning, we leave fairly early in the morning. I think we have to be on the bus at 10 o'clock to go back to the airport, and then it is travel day to go back home. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I cannot wait to share my trip with you. I hope that if you haven't subscribed to my channel, that maybe this will get you interested in subscribing so that you can see all the upcoming videos. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. There will be a packing video coming out soon, and then when I come back, I'll start editing the Walt Disney World trip videos. Oh my goodness, guys, I just can't believe that I am going back. It just blows my mind because I really didn't think this trip was going to be possible. And I might have to tell you a little story in another video about all that took for me to be able to take this trip, and all of the people that helped make it possible for me to take this trip. Like, it blew my mind. Hopefully it will blow your mind. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? And if you'd like to know when the next video will come out, all you have to do is hit that little notification bell below, because there are going to be a lot of videos. So until I see you the next time, guys, have a blessed day. Bye.